Do you ever wonder how to write without actually having the time to write? Well, fear no more, you have here my top 5 tips on how to write without time. Hello, my name is Stephen Alff, and so yeah, how do you write without having time? Let's see. The first and most important thing, before you even sit down to actually think about writing, is, do I have an idea that I really, really love? If the answer to that is yes, you may proceed. The second most important thing is to not worry about how good or bad the actual text is that you're writing. Yes, you love your idea, but you may have written it in a way that you really dislike. Well, that's what editing and rewriting is for. Why is this important if you don't have time to write? Because if you worry about writing well, whatever time you may have to write will be spent badly because you'll be constantly thinking about how can I say this better instead of just writing. Hey, so how do I actually write? You've told me to love the idea I have and to write badly, but you haven't actually told me yet how to write. Yes, if that is what you're thinking, yeah, that's what the next 2 tips are for. So the next important tip is always have a notebook or your phone with you so that you can write a note into it. I personally love notebooks because notebooks don't run out of battery. They tend to kind of work all day, so as long as you have at least 2 pens, because one could run out of ink, but it's unlikely that 2 run out of ink, it's a lot easier just to keep track of what's going on. So it's important for you to have a notebook. If you have an idea, write it down. Like, that doesn't take more than 20 seconds to write down a quick, even paragraph. It's something you can do at any point in time. Now, you can't tell me you don't have time to jot down an idea. Hey, I mean, it's like texting someone. It doesn't take long, and you're not going to tell me you don't text. Now, this next one will sound a bit weird, but if you're home alone preparing breakfast or something, I do recommend this one for if you're on your own. You can talk to yourself or record yourself talking to yourself. You can discuss ideas out loud. Firstly, because you get to hear your ideas. Now, that is important, hearing your ideas, because if you listen to yourself talking about an idea, you will easily enough see any issues with the ideas and or whether they sound good. And it is important to do this as part of your process of writing and coming up with ideas, because by talking to yourself, you'll notice, wait, this doesn't make sense. Wait, I should probably change that wording, that name, something has to be changed. This is something you can do easily, and by recording what you say, you can listen to it later on if you have 5 minutes on the bus or again anywhere, just to see what you thought at that moment. Hey, don't forget that character needs to go to place A before they can do C because they have to get object W. The last and most important thing, which may sound a little counterintuitive if you don't really have time, is to set a deadline. It is important that you set yourself deadlines. Now, I don't mean word count deadlines. Word count deadlines are not the type of deadline you're looking for here. If you don't have a lot of time, chances are the number of words is not your goal, because it's easy to ramble without actually getting somewhere. Make your goal finishing a scene, finishing a chapter, finishing a plot twist, the concept of a character. Finish something that is important to your story. Something that when you've got it finished, you know, I'm a step closer to finishing this. It's important to set those kind of deadlines, because without deadlines, when are you actually going to finish? When are you actually going to get somewhere if you don't have deadlines? I hope this helps you. Those were my 5 tips. Now, they might seem a bit unrelated to actually finding time, but you'll see that setting deadlines is a way of making time, and actually using that 5 minutes or 2 minutes here and there, that's making time, that's taking time, that's using the time you have that you were previously not using. So it's important to fill that time with writing if writing is what you want to do. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next week with another video. That's all from me. Bye.
Hello, my name is Stephen Alff and welcome back to AlffBooks, and today we are here to do a top 5 tips that I would give you to get over writer's block.